Hey there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All educational videos and tutorials channel. We are continuing with learning GameMaker. We are continuing with learning how to make dress-up game in GameMaker Studio 2, and today I think we will finish the game and learn how to code buttons, but this time it will be clothing style buttons. So let's go to GameMaker Studio 2 and let's see what we have done so far. In previous video we have also coded some buttons, but those were clothing type buttons. So clothing can be different type. Clothing can be of different type, like clothing can be hats, shirts, pants and shoes. We named those buttons that way, and those are clothing type buttons, and every of those types, like for example hats are clothing type, every of those types has a couple of different styles. So first hat is sport cap. It's a hat, but it's one style. Second one is teddy bear hat, and third one is Panama hat, or some kind of I don't know, white hat. You can call it any way you want, but the idea is that they are all representing the different styles of same type of clothing. So that's what we are going to code today. Those buttons here: 3 hats, 3 shirts, 2 pants and 3 shoes. So let's go to workspace. Let's open obj objects. Let's open sprites. We don't need them. Sounds, don't need them. Okay, objs objects. So let's try to find buttons for shirts, hats, pants and shoes. I will open all of those folders, all of those groups. You don't have to, and I will click on the first one, obj button hat. I will open my game design document. If you don't have it, no big deal. I also have only one slide here which we will read today for our game, and that's it. Very simple. So what do I want to do? What is my problem for today which I have to solve and code? I want to click on the sport hat, sport cap, and if I click on the sport hat, I want to do what? I want to show sport hat on girl character. That's the first step, and the second one is hide other hats on girl. So only 2 things to code. The first one is show sport hat on the girl and hide other hats if visible on the girl. So let's go to GameMaker. So again we have to click on this image, on this obj button hat one. How to make GameMaker game respond to click, we have learned that in previous video. If you didn't watch it, no big deal. It's very simple. Just think about it for a few seconds and try to find solution in drag and drop GameMaker Studio code. First you have to find the event which says when I click on this object, and clicking is considered as mouse click in this game, and GameMaker Studio has event for that already programmed for you, so you don't have to start from scratch. You only have to find it here. So mouse left down, left pressed, or left released. We are going to use left pressed. We have explained that in previous video. So that means it will respond to only one click. If I click on left down, it will respond for as long as I press the left button on my mouse, and left release will respond once when I release the button. So the best choice for me here is left pressed, so I will pick that one. And what do I have to find here? Again, I have to show sport hat on girl. That means create instance in our case. You can do it in some other ways, but for this tutorial and this video we are going to stick with our solution from previous video, which is show instance. So find the GameMaker Studio 2 drag and drop icon which says show instance is the first create instance, sorry, it's the first one in instances block. And you can also maybe it's already in recently used also if you have used it in previous video. So click and drag it to coding window. And what kind of object we want to create on the girl? We want to create hat. Which one? obj hat 1, the sport cap. So let's find it. Let me make this bigger. And bigger like this, and I want to find hats obj hat 1. Here it is. But now I have the problem where to create it. What is the position of X and Y on the screen? I don't know that yet, so how to find that? I will click on the room 0 to see that focused on the screen. Then I will click on resources again to open resources. Then I will click and drag obj hat 1 just to use it to find out the X and Y position to use for our game. I have the problem now because when I drag it, it snaps. I don't want to do that, so click on this toggle grid or press G, and now you can move it like here. And when you are satisfied, like for example I want to put my sport hat like this, or you maybe want it more like this or this, I don't know, your choice. When you're satisfied, double click on it and you will have pop-up window which will give you information about that instance on the screen. And the information we need today are these numbers here, X and Y. So I want my X and Y position to be 237 and 67, or yeah, I have written down some other, but probably, yeah, I will try. I will first delete this instance, then go back to workspace and type 238 and 47 because that's what I have on the game which I already made before, and I will click and test the game. So when I click on the button hat 1 obj button hat 1 sport cap, now the sport cap should be, yeah, it's a little bit off the screen, so I have to, yeah, it's okay. I will move this girl a little bit up, and I'm now just making things work for my previously defined position, so just to avoid, okay, this looks better, and maybe yeah, okay. So the whole idea here was what I'm doing here is that I have to test where these buttons, where these hats will be on the screen, and then write down their positions. So simple as that. You have to do it on your own for your game. I don't know where your character is on the screen. Is it above, is it below, and so on. So you do it yourself. I'm doing it in my way, but again, it's something about trial and error, so no big deal. It's just kind of boring, but you have to do it on your own. So we have created the instance, and what else do we have to code here? The second step is hide the other heads on the girl. There are no other heads on the girl yet, so let's make another one. Let's pick obj button head 2, and again, what do I want to do? I want to left click on this button and do what? Create instance. Which instance? The instance of hat teddy bear. And where do I want it on the screen? I want it on 238 and 71. Let's see now that in action. Yeah, not bad, but they are below the girl, so we have another problem. The first problem is that the both heads are on the screen. I want the player to be able to pick one and one only. So if I click on the sport head, when teddy bear is clicked, I want the teddy bear to disappear and vice versa. If there is a sport cap on the girl already and then I click on the teddy bear, I want teddy bear to show and sport cap to hide. So you click on one and other two hide, you click on first and second and third hide, and so on. That's the first problem. And the second problem is that the heads are behind the girl, and I don't want that. I want them to be on top of her. Okay, so first things first, let's try to solve the problem, which was hide other heads on the girl. We use this word hide because that was game design document made for Scratch programming language, but we're now in GameMaker, so we cannot hide those instances. We can delete them. So delete or destroy. So clicking find and click destroy instance, and which instance I want to destroy. I want to destroy button heads, and now I want to destroy heads. Which one? Head 2. What else do I want to destroy? I want to destroy head 3 if it's visible. So find it, not button heads but heads. So we want obj head 2 not and 3, not obj button head 2 and 3. So we have coded this very fast and it's easy, and maybe it's smart first to destroy those instances and then create the new one. Yeah, you see you can click and drag those and move them up or below. I will zoom those a little bit more. Okay, so this looks good, and I will do the same for this one. This is head obj head 2. So create obj head 2 and destroy which one? Destroy obj head 1 and 3. Head 1 destroy, head 3 destroy. Simple as that. Why? Because when I click on teddy bear, I don't want the cap to be visible or this white head to be visible. Simple as that. But how to solve this problem with heads showing up behind the character instead on front of character? One and simple solution is to make a new layer here. On your left there are layers. When you click on room on your left, you can see layers, and first one, the lowest one, is for the background. You can click on this icon with the eye to hide it and show it, and the second one was for instances. So when you click and drag objects into GameMaker Studio, it has to be instances layer selected, and then GameMaker will make instances of those objects. Simple as that. But when you have lots of instances or different kind of instances, or some instances behind or above others, you can make new instance layer like this. Click on this icon here, create new instance layer, and now right click it and rename layer, and I will rename it to clothing. So on with the capital SC. So the first layer instances will be for buttons, heads, shirts, pants and shoes and this girl, and the clothing will be above that, and I will use it to create other instances of clothing in it. So here if you zoom on create instance, drag and drop block, you can see that the layer here is instances. That was by default. So I will change now this into clothing, and same for this one. Clothing, and let me try our game. So we should be able to now test both of the buttons, the first two of heads buttons, and they should be working as supposed to. Yeah, I like this. It's a little bit off. I have to move this girl few pixels to the right maybe, but the buttons are working. Simple as that. Good work. So I have to code the button obj button head 3, right? So we have used the simplest approach to add event, then add the blocks by drag and dropping it every time, but you can make those that workflow faster and work faster by right clicking on some code you already made, some event, then copy event, and then pasting it onto other objects. So we have selected the event from teddy bear head, then right clicked and copied it, and then clicked on obj button head 3, which is white head, and then paste the event. So I do not recommend this approach for very complex code or if you're really beginner or intermediate user. Do the workflow which we have used before. Don't be lazy, just add event, add code and so on. But I wanted to show you this one just so you are aware that it's also possible, and this is a time saver and maybe life saver for some of you, but I had a couple of bugs here doing this couple of times, so I'm not sure if I will have those again. So let me try to change this. So instead of obj head 2 I need obj head 3, and instead of destroy instance head 3 I need destroy instance obj head 2. So we have to change those. Why? Because I want to destroy teddy bear head, which is obj head 2, and sport cat, which is obj head 1, and I want to create obj head 3, which is white head, and I want it on 236 and 45. That's it. And I think I should move this girl here. Yeah, I have to be in instances layer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pixels to the right. So let me try the game now. Cool, this works. The girl is a little bit off, 1, 2 maybe steps to the left. And again I'm using some kind of numbers for X and Y positions which are working for me. I don't know which kind of graphics are you using for your game, so those values will differ, just as I already showed you. Click and drag I will show you now for this second part of clothing. I will first have to close this one. So we have already coded obj button heads, and I will now continue. You can stop the video here, so I think I will do everything here because this is going relatively fast, but if you're not going to learn anything new here. So the whole idea is that we just coded new buttons here, and we have coded two things for it. The first one is show sport cat on the girl, that was create instance, and the other one was hide other heads, and that was destroy the instances of other heads. Simple as that. So only two problems we needed to solve. So what I wanted to say in few seconds ago was that if you're using different characters or graphics, you will not know those values which I'm typing into instances code. So you will have to first click on obj shirt and drag it, then see where it fits, then double click, then read those values and write them down. So simple as that. I have already done that before shooting this video, so I know them. you won't know them from the scratch. Okay, so let me try to code those buttons too. obj button shirt 1. What do I want to do? I want to click on that button that is left pressed event. And then what? I want to destroy 2 instances, 2 shirts, and create 1. Let me zoom a little bit. And what instances do I want to create? When I'm on obj button shirt 1, I want to destroy button shirt 2 and 3. Button shirt 2, button shirt 3. And which one do I want to create? I want to create obj shirt 1. Where do I want to create it? I want to create it in position 237 and 143. That's for my game, not for yours, and I want it to be on clothing layer. I can click and select this one and Control C to copy it, and let me go into next one. That was obj button shirt 1. Let me go to button shirt 2. I want to do what? I want to left click on this button, so I have to pick left pressed event. Then what do I want to do here? I want to create 1 and destroy 2 instances. Which instances am I destroying? I mean, I am currently on obj button shirt 2, so I want to destroy shirt 1 and shirt 3. And what do I want to create? I want to create shirt 2. And where do I want to create it? I want to create it on 237 and 143. And that should be on layer clothing. Simple as that. Zoom out, zoom in, close. obj button shirt 3. What do I want to do? I want to left click on that button and then destroy 2 shirts and create 1 shirt. Which shirts are we destroying? 1 and 2. Shirt 1 destroyed. Shirt 2 destroyed. Create which one? Create shirt 3. That's the only one which is left. And create it where? On 237 and 143 and on layer clothing. And zoom out and close and test game. So it works, simple as that, and very effective. And when I'm picking shirts, I don't care about hats. But when I'm picking hats, I don't care about shirts. Shirts is not changing. This works, this looks great, to me at least. And let's do it for pants and shoes, and that's it. This is relatively fast, so I will do it for the pants too. Okay, what do I want to do for this button? I want first to say add event. Which one? Left pressed mouse, because I want to click on this button, and when I click on this button, I want this button to do what? I want this button to create 1 pants and to destroy the other one. Which one are we destroying? Because we are creating blue one, we are destroying pink one. And when we create, please create the blue one. And create them where? I will create them on 238 for the X and 214 for the Y, and it will be on instance layer clothing. And that's it, fast and furious. Click mouse left pressed, create 1 pants and destroy the other. Destroy the which one? I want to destroy the blue one, because I am creating the pink one, I'm creating those on clothing layer and on position X 238 and Y 212. I don't even have to test this one, we will do that soon, don't worry. First I will try to code shoes too. So add event for green shoes obj button shoes 1. Which event we need? We need left pressed mouse event and create one shoes green and destroy the brown boots and flying shoes. Destroy the shoes obj shoes 2. Destroy shoes obj shoes 3. Create shoes. Which one? Obj shoes 1. Where to create them? Create them on layer clothing and on position X 245 268. Let's go, almost there. And mouse left pressed, destroy. Which one? We are destroying shoes 1 and 3. Why are we destroying those shoes? Because we want to show only shoes number 2. And where do we want to show it? On instance layer called clothing. And where? On X and Y on 245 and 260. And last but not least, obj button shoes 3, the flying one for the end. Mouse left pressed, create one shoes, destroy the second and the third one. So we're destroying the green shoes and we are destroying the brown boots, and we are creating which one? Flying shoes. Where? On instance layer. And where on the screen? On 242 and 262. I don't know if those values are good. We are going to check that now, and that's it. Our game is finished. Simple as that. Cool, it works. The only problem you can have here is that you want, for example, those shoes to be over the pants to be visible, but you can make new layer, and I hope you can make it on your own. So just make new layer here over to be on the top of the clothing layer, and call it maybe shoes. Then change this layer clothing for shoes into shoes layer, and that's it. Your shoes will be over the pants and so on. So you can actually make layers for as many clothing different styles or types you need. That's your choice. But other than that, the game is working really fine and fast, and we have finished it from my point of view. I will do probably maybe one video for a quick review of what we have learned and what we have used here, and maybe one more video to show what we can do to improve this version of this game, dress up game, how to add a couple of more things to improve it, or to change some things and approach which I have used here, because we were creating instances. That's not the only way you can solve this. I think it was the easiest way for beginners and intermediate users, and for drag and drop solution here. But That's maybe not the smartest solution, and we can do it on other ways. I will show that. And also I have made probably a couple of errors, maybe by accident, maybe I did it on purpose, which I will also address in maybe some other next video. But other than that, we have some small nice working game here, dress up game, which looks fine, works fine, no bugs, no logs and so on, and we have used only couple of drag and drop blocks here. We have used the blocks in this video to destroy instances on the screen and to create instances on the screen. That means every time we click on this hat, new instance of that object is created on the girl character of this cap object. Now it's destroyed, and this teddy bear object is created. Now teddy bear is destroyed, and this white hat is created, and so on. So this approach again is maybe not smartest for the bigger and more complex game, but for this one here, very small and very fast, it's effective. It doesn't have to be optimized and done in any other way. I hope you like this tutorial. Again, I will add a couple of more videos, but probably not soon, because I will try to make this game in Unity engine, maybe in some visual coding language like Bolt or something like that. I think I have that one, and Playmaker, I think I have bought them earlier in some Humble Bundle, but Bolt is, I think, free now in Unity. And then I will maybe come back to this game to finish a couple of videos, then maybe do the same game in GameMaker language. But I will probably try to combine a couple of different game engines at the same time, so I can have more and more people on this channel and more comments and more feedback what to do. And I will use different game engines for that: Scratch, GameMaker Studio, Unity, maybe Click Fusion or something like that, Godot, and also I will make simple games like this. So I guess 5 to 10, I can make 5 to 10 games like this, very small but working finished game like this in a very fast period of time. Talking too much again. Until then, thanks for watching, and keep on learning, keep on sharing your knowledge, and don't give up. If I have done something wrong or stupid or slow, feel free to comment about it in comments below. Bye for now.